Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Angelica. I post videos twice a week all about growing long, healthy, natural hair, and occasionally I post a video like today, which you guys voted for. I am going to talk about how to make a vision board that actually works. Last year, 2021, I had my most successful vision board ever. I didn't achieve every single thing on my vision board, but I did get so many of the things even that I didn't even think of. So I thought I would share with you how to make a vision board that actually works because I think that they are extremely important. And if that seems interesting, make sure you watch all the way to the end. Consider subscribing. The subscription button is right down there, as well as the bell icon. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications every single time I post. Let's get into it. Okay, so let me start by talking about the reason why you would want to have a vision board, because I have always wanted to make vision boards, but I haven't always made them. But the past 3 years, I have consistently made them every year. And I make sure I do my planning on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And then I actually make the vision board just whatever time in January when I can, because I have to be in the right mindset and the right mood. I don't just do it because I'm like, it has to be done on the first of the month. And if I don't really feel well or I'm not in the mood, I will not make it, because this is all about manifestation and you need to be in the right mood to do that. So even creating the vision board has to be on the right day. In January is the best time because it's the beginning of the year. Sure, you can start and create a vision board actually at any time of the year and any day. It does not matter, but I just find it's very refreshing. Most of us have that whole mindset of a new year is starting, it's a fresh start. Okay, so now you've come to this video, you've decided, okay, I want to make a vision board. I already know about the reasons why I need a vision board. Tell me how to make it. Okay, so when you want to make a vision board, the first and most important thing that you need to do is set your intentions and set your goals. Because if you don't do that, then your vision board is basically useless. It's just going to be some random pictures on a board that don't really make sense. So I always take a day to write down all my goals. And then after I'm done with the goals, I start to set my intentions, because sometimes, again, you might want something and you have no reason why. And because you don't have a reason, it doesn't really make sense. By the way, if you like my makeup, I totally love my makeup today. You can follow me on Instagram. It is at AngieB with 3 underscores. You can check it out here. And if you want more makeup videos on this channel, just comment makeup in the comment section and I'll definitely make one. So the next thing is you've decided, you've set your intentions, or you're thinking of what intentions to set, but you don't really know how to go about it. This is how I do it. I always break down my vision board into sections. It can be 2 sections, it can be 3, 4 sections. Most of the time it's about 4 sections. So for me, the sections I like to put are career and work. The second section to be love, which means whether it's like family, friends, self-love, or relationship, whatever kind of love, it all falls under the same category. And then there's financial, which I like to separate from work because sometimes it's not necessarily the same thing. And this is more of financial goals. How much money do I want to save? Do I want to invest? What am I planning to do? How much money am I planning to make? Do I have a specific number that I want to hit? I always do that as well. And then the last section is luxuries. Now, if you are not new to this channel, you know that it's just me. I like luxury. By luxury, I don't mean I'm gonna put like a Gucci bag there. No, under luxury, I put things that are not necessities that I still want. Like, let's say I want a car, which is under a necessity. If I want a luxury car, it would go under luxuries. If I want some luxury makeup, like, some fancy makeup, if I want to up my fashion sense and I want to like dress better, that will go under luxuries, because it's just something I want, but I really don't need it. I could easily live without it, but I still want to manifest it and remind myself like, hey, you want to make sure you save enough money so that you have a little bit extra to enjoy the luxuries. Travel also goes under there, eating nice food, spending more time with my friends, because time is a luxury, in case you didn't know. And then on Instagram, I will also have a folder where if I see something that I didn't think of while I was making my vision board, but I would really want it, I do save it in my picture folder on Instagram under vision board for whatever that year is, but I won't have the exact same vision board that I have in my room, like posted everywhere else, because it distracts me. I just like to add more things as the year goes by. Okay, so now we're about to get into the how to choose your pictures, but there's something that you need to do before, and this is while you're setting your intentions and everything for your goals and the pictures that you want, you need to know that if you don't believe that you can actually get it, you need to scale your goal down a little bit, okay? Now, I am all for aiming high, but aiming high to me and aiming high to you might be completely different. Maybe aiming high to me is like, I want to make $1 million, and aiming high to you is like, I want to make $10 million. So if I said, I want to make $10 million this year, it really doesn't seem realistic to me. So I wouldn't put it on my vision board because it just seems way too far out of my reach at the moment. So maybe in the next couple years, I could put something like that on my vision board. But if I put it now, it just almost seems overwhelming because I can't possibly think of how I can make it at the time, but I will put it higher than what I thought because I always like to do better than I intend. And usually, if you reach higher, even if you get halfway to your reach, you're still going to reach your initial goal or better. So now we're getting into the fun part. This is my most fun part, actually, and this is choosing the pictures. It usually takes me a while because if you don't know me, I am very picky, okay, with basically everything. So, including my pictures, I am extremely picky with my pictures. I sometimes use Google, but most of the time, I like to get my photos from Pinterest. And then occasionally, I will just type in some things like if I want a specific number, I will type it in. And also, don't worry, I will show you my vision board at the end of this video. And also, sometimes I'll use Photoshop to alter an image to fit my vision. The Photoshop thing actually really helps. I don't do it all the time, but when I can and I have the time, I like to do that because it just makes the visualizing way more easy. So the next thing is if you are going to choose quotes, make sure that they are very short. It should be something very short where if you look at your vision board, it should just take you a second to read the words and let them stick in your mind and remind, because repetition is really, really helpful for your mind to remember and keep it and get it into your subconscious. And then for other words, you can also put words to divide your vision board into section. Like you can put travel in one section, love. But I don't usually do that because my vision board is usually very personal, like it's just for me. So sometimes someone might look at my vision board and see a picture that doesn't really make sense, but it makes sense to me. I'll give you an example. One of my best friends was over one time and my vision board was up on the wall and she was just looking at it, and it was like the end of the year, like maybe October, November. This was over a year ago. Yes, over a year ago. And there was a picture of Victoria Beckham in a green suit. And then she asked me, she said, "Oh, so did you get your green suit?" And I was like, "What?" I had no idea what she was talking about. I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "Your green suit on the vision board." And I even forgot the suit was green. I'm like, I don't know if, let me look. Like I walked up to it and I looked at the picture. I was like, oh no, I don't actually want the green suit. Like I just saw the picture of Victoria Beckham looking powerful like a boss. That was actually symbolizing me walking out of my job and being my own boss. And I was like, so yes, I did get the green suit. Okay, I quit my job and I became my own boss. It doesn't have to make sense to other people as long as it makes sense to you. But everybody's individual. You can make your vision board however you want it. Before I show you my vision board, there's just two more things to get through. One, be as specific as you can where you can. And then, of course, I like to focus my vision board for the year. So I like to do it for everything that I think I can achieve in the year. But then occasionally I'll put maybe 2 or 3 pictures that are more of long-term goals so that they can just remind me that, okay, this is what I'm working for right now, but in the future, I might want to work up to that. And now I'm going to show you the vision board and how you can make it. You can make it on any software. You can make a digital one if that works for you as well. And if you're thinking, I don't want to make a physical vision board because it's going to mess up the aesthetic of my room, look, what's more important to you, the aesthetic of your room or your goals? So, first of all, if your aesthetic is really important and you've decided it's important, but I'm going to put my vision board up, I would say make a vision board that has colors that sort of fit the aesthetic of your room so it doesn't look too strange. And then if you think that something is too big or too small, you can just make it to fit however you want. I'm going to show you last year's vision board only because I think that if you keep your goals to yourself, it's easier to manifest them because you're not doing it to prove to anyone. My best friends are fine because, if you have friends who you think are going to be blocking your blessings, like if you show them something on your vision board and you think those people will kind of jinx you or they'll kind of make you not achieve those goals, honey, you need to put new friends on your vision board, okay? If you can't share your goals with your best friends, they are not your best friends. There's millions of people online, okay? So I'm going to show you last year's vision board, which still has some of the things that I want this year. This is my vision board. I'm sure you saw it in the thumbnail, but I just get this from like my local art store or bookstore. I like to use like sort of glossy paper, which is like a magazine type of paper. It is very affordable, very cheap. But even if it was slightly on the expensive side, I mean, look, these are my goals, these are my dreams. I'm not going to put it on regular paper. I want it to be appealing to me when I look at it. So what I do first is I will lay out all my pictures on the vision board in the way that I want to stick them, like exactly like this. These are obviously very stuck. I used glue, they are stuck on. But what I will do is I will arrange them before I glue them down, because I might put something on the board and think that's how I want it. But then eventually I might be like, I think I actually want this to be there and I want that to be there. So then you can just continue moving them around until you're extremely happy with where everything is. And then what you want to do is just start going picture by picture. So you want to work with it flat like this, of course. Don't work with it like this because you won't be able to arrange them. So I work with it flat, and then I will literally just work picture by picture. So I'll leave everything on like this. I will pick this off, put the glue there, stick it back, pick this off, moving like that. So what I do is when I'm arranging my vision board, it looks kind of random, and this definitely fits my aesthetic. I don't even usually plan to do an aesthetic. It just kind of comes out like this. So for example, this YouTube in the middle here, the YouTube logo is extremely bright red. So I just altered the color in Photoshop. It's still the same thing. I just changed the color so it could fit the aesthetic. And what I do is I work from the middle outwards, sort of in order of importance, but not really. I just like to see, I know that what I focus on first is the middle, and then your eyes dart outwards. So that's how I make my vision board. I start from the middle and then I work my way outside. That's when laying them down. When gluing them, it doesn't matter. I usually go like from this way to this way. I used to use magazines and like flip through the pages and cut through things, but now I just found that it actually just makes so much better to print what I want, because sometimes I might be like, yeah, this is close enough to what I want, but it's not exactly what I want. So I don't really use magazines anymore. But if you want to, it's still absolutely perfect, especially for quotes and stuff like that, and maybe specific pictures. You can just flip through magazines, cut out pictures, and then do the same thing. But this is my best way as well. And also I just size it to the size of the board in Photoshop as well, so that I make sure that the pictures are the right size and not super pixelated. If you are interested in what's actually on my board, I will share a few of the things. Okay, so the middle here, this is a picture. It says YouTube and it says 1 million views. And for this one, my goal was to get 1 million views on a single video in a very short space of time, like 3 months. I'm actually on my way there, so that is crazy. I got like, I think it's been 2 months and the video has like 640,000 views almost. That's how to use rosemary oil for hair growth. So I'm definitely well on my way. This is a YouTube plaque. So here's an example of like what I was saying. Instead of writing like 100,000 subscribers, I just put the YouTube plaque here, because when I get 100,000 subscribers, YouTube is gonna send me this plaque with my name on it. I cannot wait, and it will be on my vision board again this year, because I know for sure I'm getting it. This one was a new lens, because the lens that I had wasn't really working as well as I wanted. It wasn't doing what I wanted to do. So I got this exact lens earlier on in the year. Here's another picture of an example of something that's not specific. I don't want this specific outfit. I don't even know who this woman is. I found this picture on Pinterest, but it's a representation that I wanted to put more effort into my clothes. I wanted to buy a few more clothes, just up my wardrobe a little bit, get a few new pieces, get a new handbag. I got 2 little handbags. I upgraded my wardrobe. I got quite a few things. I did like a nice Shein haul. This picture here is a picture of Michlali N in Paris. She is a South African YouTuber, and the reason why I put this specific picture here is because she is very inspiring. But why I used this specific picture is because this was at a YouTube event. She had gone for like a YouTube summit or something that was held in Paris, and that is one of my goals, to be invited to one of those YouTube events and travel. And then she came to Zambia. I met her. We talked, she gave me some advice, like we actually talked a lot, we took some selfies, and this was something I was not even expecting. Like I just put her there as an example, like this outfit saying I wanted to upgrade my wardrobe, and this one is like an example of what I was saying about being specific. Like I didn't think I would actually meet her and speak to her. Next, we've got cash here. This is not a specific amount of money. It's just a bunch of dollars because I want to make a lot of money. And this year, I did make the most amount of money I've ever made in a year. Here we have a picture of an apartment. This was just a representation to say that I want to start investing. I want some sort of building, land, something like that. And I did get land. I'm a proud owner of some land. This one was a representation of me getting my dream body. Now, this is Lori Harvey. My body does not look like that at all, but it is, I don't want to say realistic, but she's not like stick skinny. She still has like, you know, some meat on her bones, but her stomach is flat, and like that's my ideal type of goal, not specific. I don't think anyone should aspire to have a certain person's specific body type because it will never happen. You can only look like the best version of you. So I didn't hit my goal, and I must say this is the goal I fail to hit almost every year. And I noticed that I always put it on the side of the vision board despite saying I always want to do it. I always put it as an extra thing. So this year, perhaps next year I'll show you my vision board, but this year all the full body like motivation pictures are in the center of my vision board because that is what I'm really focused on, because I think if you can control yourself, you can control almost anything else. Here we have a picture of just like a picnic. It's got like some pizza. It's just like lovely food, and this was just like a sign of me really enjoying myself with my friends, having like a charcuterie board, and this happened a lot this year, surprisingly. And then here's another example. There's two people here who are, well, I guess three. Here's an example of this just symbolizing like a relationship. If you know this picture, then you know this is Reggae Jean Page. Now, I must say, whenever I'm manifesting like anything like love or anything like that, I like to put something that I have a connection to. If I just put a random guy from Pinterest who I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't feel anything. But when you see like Reggae Jean Page after watching Bridgerton, you're like, oh my God, that is like, you know, you feel something. And the same here, like this is a screenshot from a TV show that I watch. So I'm not actually manifesting Reggae Jean Page, but I mean, if he did come into my life, I would not be complaining. But it's just an example of the kind of person, like an idea. As you can see, one is black, one is white. Like I'm not manifesting a specific person. It's just the idea. And then here on the side, you can see pictures with like girls like lounging. They're on a balcony. Here they've got hats on. They're on vacation. And that's a symbol of me and my two best friends. We've all been trying to get in shape for years as well. So we all want to be looking like this on the beach chilling. Here we've got Yara Shahidi, and I don't know who this is, but her hair looks beautiful. And this was just a symbol of my goals for continued hair growth, and my hair is definitely doing better than ever. Here again, we have a picture of a book with like a Kindle or something and a cup of coffee, and that was symbolizing that I want to read more. And I definitely did read a lot of books, and I did listen to a lot of audiobooks. Hopefully that made sense and you like that vision board. If you want more content like this from me, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Comment one of your goals that you don't mind sharing with anyone in the comment section below, because we would love to know. Hit my face right there to subscribe if you didn't in the beginning. Watch the two videos on the side of the screen right here if you'd like to see any of my older videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!